These theories will make you question everything. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Was this man really from the future? Back in 2003, a man named Andrew Carlson had an insane run in the stock market that raised a few eyebrows. Well, you see, this man performed 126 stock trades and turned $800 into $350 million in just 2 weeks without losing a single trade. Well, as you can probably guess, the FBI showed up and arrested him for probable cause with regards to insider trading. However, what was interesting was that when he was interrogated, he simply claimed to be from the year 2256, almost 250 years in the future. The authorities were puzzled, but soon realized that there was no records of his existence from before December 2002. 3 months before the arrest. He was later put in a holding cell for the night, but the next day, he vanished without a trace. So, was this man really from the
I don't think he was from the future. He just had some really good friends in some really high places, bro. You know what I mean? Not saying he couldn't be from the future. Turning what, $800 into 300 or whatever million, bro. That's insane. 350 mil, insane. Insane. In 2 weeks. Nah, he should have known they was coming. Yeah, you do that, they showing up at your door, fam, and they ain't coming over for dinner either. No, they coming to get you, fam, and they figuring out, what did you do? How did you do? There's no way they letting you keep that money. I don't care if they might plant something on you, make something stick for that. No, you're a threat at that point. They can't have you teaching other people how to make that kind of money. You know what people would pay to get that type of money? To learn how to do what he did? Or to understand the method he used to do what he did? Oh, they had to stop that and nip that in the bud. Quick.
There is a conspiracy trader in the history of stock market called W.D. Gann. Oh, you can Google it. His accuracy over 90%. He believed market price movements are influenced by planetary alignments and geometric angles. You can find his tools in famous platforms like TradingView. Only the big players and institutions work on this. This Gann method are difficult to find. I know one trader which uses technique like a square of 9, and he is 47 trader. He is from India.
Never heard of him. But I want to go back to that sign because I just so happen to have TradingView pulled up right now because I told y'all I'd be in the market. So I keep TradingView up and I know where that is located, where that would be in, like what symbol area that would be located in. So I'm about to hit it, line it up, and it's called the what? The Gann? I don't see it. The Gann? I don't see it. So maybe I need to do a little more research or something like that. But nope, there it is. I did find it. It's right where your fib retracement is. If you know anything about TradingView, or you trade or you dabble in any type of trading, the platform or brokers that you use, if you use TradingView, go to where your fib retracement is, and it's there. Maybe I need to do a little bit of research on that.
Stock market's rigged. The United States stock market, the most iconic market in global capitalism, is rigged.
By whom?
By a combination of the stock exchanges, the big Wall Street banks, and high-frequency traders.
This has been a topic many have claimed to be true for decades now. But how can that be? I mean, it's the stock market. However, even Elon Musk will tell you, the stock market is being controlled. This gentleman is Michael Lewis, and he's just one of the experts that will tell you, the stock market is for the elites, not the people. For an example, who remember when AIG went bankrupt? Heard he made 600 million, while the people lost everything. These crooked elites don't even be owning the businesses or banks they invest in. They just seem to cash out lovely, right before the business crashes or belly up.
Incentives, disincentives. And their incentive is not to help the markets. They don't give a damn about the free market. They'll rig that market in a second.
I know that hurts a lot of people's ears to hear that. I'm going to sit here and tell you, you know what I mean? of the belief that it's rigged. You know what I mean? Just look the way it moves at certain times of the day. Time alone will tell you. You know what I mean? It's so many things. Look at the meme stocks that ran. GameStop. Look how it was halted. Why was it halted like that? People had to adjust. People had to hedge. People had to do different things. I mean, it's certain things that you could point to, man, and be like, come on, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know this is everybody's opinion, and you don't have to believe that or not. You know what I mean? But if you dabble or stick your toe in the water in the stock market, you'll start to come around and be like, okay, is there really an algorithm? There is an algorithm. Something's not right. Who's controlling this?
Oh, Congress, boy, you have really done it. We're not gonna, you said that you wanted your 90 minutes of our average time back per day to give to the networks. We're not doing that, but I do have a new fun thing we can do if TikTok is banned. I personally don't think it's going to be banned. I think there's going to be some kind of a compromise, but I don't know if we're going to like the compromise. But anyway, if we were to at some point lose access, we would go and do a fun little thing called capitaltrades.com. And that is where we can look at all of the crazy Shiite Congress does on the stock market. They buy and sell, and it's very interesting. You should see these. Like, for instance, Dan Crenshaw. He's a Republican out of Texas, and he was pretty vocal in the hearing on Thursday. Looks like you bought some Meta stock in December. You've got some Google stock, some Amazon, some Apple. You know what's awesome is that we could see anytime you buy and sell. And if we have some extra time on our hands, like maybe we don't have our favorite app to speak on, then we could take that extra time and look at the shady crap you're doing. How about Susan Delbean? She has an enormous amount of wealth being traded. $150 million plus is being traded. And she recently sold some Washington King County municipal security stocks. Why'd you do that, Susan? What was coming up? What kind of law was being created that you needed to sell that between $500,000 and $1 million? Maybe we could investigate. I don't know. We're going to have extra time on our hands. What about Mike McCall? He has a $450 million bundle of wealth going on this trade. Again, this is at capitaltrade.com. You can see all this for free, public information. But back March 23rd, he bought some Conoco shares. What's going on with that? Why'd you do that? What kind of law do you know about going into effect? What are you trying to bring about? What do you know that we don't know? I'm sure it's something. John Curtis, you've got some Meta stock. You bought some over there on March 14th. I don't know, it could be sell. I'll have to look over. But you did something with some Meta stock. You've got some Alphabet stock. You've got some trades going on Amazon. We're going to have more time on our hands, guys. We're going to be able to look and see what Josh is doing with his $143 million worth of securities. He last traded on February 28th. I'm just saying, it's probably not a good idea for us to be idle because we can now look into all the shady you're doing regularly that we never really thought about before because we were all just exchanging information freely and having a good time. The TikTok ban is not in Congress's best interest, even though they think it is because the securities they hold benefit from the banning of TikTok. Food for thought. Oh.
Now, a lot to unpack there, but listen, don't rush into that and because I'm not that type of trader, right? I'm not the type of trader that follows the whales and say, okay, the whales have bought this, and this. That obviously means, you know what I mean? If it were that easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would go to whatever site they go to find out where the whales have placed their bets at, what they're heavy in, and you know what I mean? and follow them like that. That ain't, I wouldn't suggest that. I would definitely do, not saying that doesn't work. I'm just saying you need to do way more research than just doing that. Because most people will figure that out and then they'll go empty out their 401k. They'll go empty out their life savings. Don't do that, please, man. You know what I mean? Please save yourself and don't do that. But it's always interesting to me to see what some of these tycoons and some of these politicians and some of what they're and government officials, what they're investing in, because I just sit back and be like, you know what, that has to be insider trading or something. You mean to tell me you don't have no type of knowledge of what's going on with this company a little more than most? Yeah, nah, I don't for 1 second believe that, man. You know, for you to risk that much of your money. And for most people, they'll tell you, you know, when you're getting in some of these trades and different things like that, that these high risk trades, you don't want to risk no more than about 1-2% of your money that you have to invest. You know what I mean? Some people will tell you that. So to see people have $150 million in certain things, that's a lot if it goes bad. And you know that ain't 1% of their wealth. So what does that tell you? You got what some people would deem possibly a sure thing for you to go in like that, right? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Don't hit me and be like, oh, they're just playing the long term. Yeah, they're playing the long term, but bro, you still want to make some money along that ride. And that's a lot of money of yours to put in there. So I'm just saying, it's just my thoughts. Have no concrete evidence, just my thoughts.
Alexa, stock market report.
The American stock market is up, with the S&P 500 up 1.9%, the Nasdaq Composite Index up 1.8%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 1.7%.
Alexa, what is the price of gold?
As of November 2nd, gold traded at $2,000 per troy ounce on the foreign exchange, down 0.03% since previous close.
Alexa, what is the price of silver?
As of November 2nd, silver traded at $23 per troy ounce on the foreign exchange, down 0.24% since previous close.
Alexa, stock market report.
I guess I do need to start using her for at least that type of information. You know what I mean? Give me the information on this company, or give me the information on this company, or I just ask her, what are the hot stocks today, or what's leading, what's up by a certain percentage, or what's this, or you know what I mean? How is Tesla doing? What does Tesla have up and coming? Maybe I need to start using Alexa for things like that, other than add this to my shopping list, play this song. Stuff like that. Like, I don't even use Alexa the right way. We have one in our kitchen we use, like I said, obviously for groceries or to play music while you're cooking and stuff like that. We do frivolous things with Alexa, but I never really thought to use her for stock information. Maybe I might try it.
Okay, so it's like 12 a.m. and I've been doing a little research and I found something that's really disturbing. So if any of you have ever been recruited by someone who does IML or IM Academy, that you know they always preach something called HFX or high frequency forex. I peeped the website they use because they don't like to tell anyone anything about their platform, right? So I decided to search up how it actually works and how these people are somehow making like hundreds of dollars in seconds. So this is the website they use, pocketoption.com, and they usually go and make a free demo account, which will give you $10,000 to work with. So as you can see, the server has like live trades, right? But this is what really bothered me. Most of you know me because my niche is like the stock market, right? Market is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. It is currently 12 a.m. and somehow I have the ability to trade any stocks. Like currently I can go and I can trade Apple. I then press one of these buttons, like a call or put. It places a trade for me and says I can make up to like $2,000 if it stays below this line. Then boom, after 30 seconds, it tells me I've made it. My question is, how am I trading Apple when the market's closed? I'll probably make a... Okay, so it's like 12 a.m.
I don't know, fam. This sounds like one of them instances where they may show up at your door. I might want to leave that alone. You know what I mean? At first I was thinking, okay, maybe she's trading futures. You could trade futures throughout the day. You have that 1 hour when the market closes. It normally stops about what, 4:30, 5:30 or something like that, 5. somewhere around there. You know what I mean? Then you have that little time before Asian session begins, and you start that around 6 p.m. New York time. I'm speaking only from New York time. But yeah, futures you can trade throughout the night. So if I wanted to wake up and trade the London session, then I can trade, the London session and do that. But I could trade the NASDAQ, and I could trade the S&P 500 and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, some of that, like Apple and certain things. Now I don't know if Apple has changed, so I don't focus on that. I mainly just focus on the indices. You know what I mean? I look at the Dow, I look at the NASDAQ, and I look at the S&P 500. That's normally where my focus is, and you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I can trade. I look at Apple. If I look at Apple, it's during 9:30 to 4 time. You know what I mean? The New York open, New York close. I look at it during that time. But other than that, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I don't know what she stumbled upon and stuff like that. I'm not into, maybe that's Forex or something like that. I'm not really into Forex or nothing like that. I've heard people who do that type of stuff and trade that, you know what I mean? I've always heard, if you want to trade some of those pairs, you need to also be paying attention to the dollar. So, but I've never really gotten into Forex, but I don't know. Y'all might want to do your research into that. I'm not sure.
So, if you didn't know, people are now taking their money out the stock market. $19 billion to be exact. Okay? When people start taking their money out the stock market, that's when you need to start paying attention. Bank of America reports a record $19 billion withdrawn from the stock market in the past week. In 1 week, $19 billion, big B, billion. Marketing is the highest overflow seen this year. This development comes amid rising bonds yields and over prolonged high interest rates. The stock market experienced an overflow of $18.69 billion over the last week. The most significant weekly withdrawal since December 2022. Then it's making me scratch my head because not only is people taking their money out the stock markets, the government is now shutting down. And it's supposed to be happening today at 12 o'clock. Huzzah! All I'm saying is pay attention to the signs, because the signs are signing. And then to add insult to the injury, they just dumped another $18 billion in the past month. All these BRIC nations. The signs is signing. I'm just saying. Y'all see it coming. Y'all see it coming.
Well, listen, man, a lot of people are dealing with the interest rates being sky high. So when different things happen in the stock market, people start turning to bonds for a little bit more secure safety. You know what I mean? Something a little bit easier to deal with, less volatile, stuff like that. You know what I mean? They'll start turning towards bonds and hop into bonds. It's a little more safe risk-wise for them. But, and like I said, that's due to what's going on. High interest rates, the stock market doesn't like that. You'll have it tend to fall. And for some people, they only play the market one way. Some people only play it going up. For me, I like to play it both ways. If it's going up, I play it going up. If it's going down, I play it going down. You know what I mean? And just manage your risk that way. But yeah, that could explain the bonds and different things like that, man. And $1 billion, that ain't nothing to the stock market, man. That ain't nothing to the stock market, bro. Look up and see how much money actually goes through the stock market each day, bro. Your mind will be blown away. You know what I mean? We think that's something, but to the market, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Good afternoon, everyone. God bless you and God keep you. My name is Prophetess Suli, and I have another prophetic warning and message from the Lord to the globe. This message is regarding the United States of America. The Lord is saying that the stock market is going to crash. There are several stocks that are going to crash. So people of God, be careful with your money. Begin to pray, because your stock market is going to crash. And there are several stocks. I'm not quite sure which ones they are, but I remember giving a word that there was one called Bitcoin So if you have any money in Bitcoin, remove it. Remove your money because the stock is going to die. It's going to go down. People of God, God is not playing with the nations anymore. If you've been seeing the catastrophes that have been happening amongst the nations, God is going to shut things down until people get right with him. We are living in the end times. It is time to repent of your sins and give your life back to Jesus. God bless you and God keep you. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye. Good afternoon, everyone. God bless you.
Well, I've been hearing people say that for a long time. Nothing against her or anybody else, but I've heard that a lot. What I would definitely suggest, and it's not financial advice, nothing I've said throughout this video has been financial advice, but I'm saying do your research, man. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. A bunch of people jumped in to Bitcoin and didn't know nothing about it. They heard it at the barbershop or the grocery store from a friend of a friend of a friend. So you placed your faith in that? And we've all made those type of mistakes. I've done it too and learned from it. Got hit over the head because of it. You know what I mean? Putting your money, dipping my toe in that water and not knowing. But it made me, doing that made me go hard and start learning the stock market. You need to learn Bitcoin. Why is it going up? Why is it going down? You know what I mean? What is it going after? What's the reason? Looking at it now, some people may be like, oh man, it's up right now. Okay, what's the seasonality on it? Is it gonna stay up there? What would cause it to stay up there? Like, you gotta ask yourself these questions, man, and don't just be hopping in something blindly. I get it, we've all done it, but I'm here to tell you, and don't make the same mistakes I did. You know what I mean? Don't do that and just hop in blindly.
Stocks are not investments. They're gonna tell you it is, but they forgot you follow me. There are 3 pillars of assets: wealth preservation, investments, and speculation. And if your stock is not paying you monthly or quarterly, baby, you are speculating. Dividend stocks are stocks that are going to be paying you to own the stock. And there are 2 lists that you should really focus on if you want to make sure you're getting paid to own a stock. Number 1 being the Dividend Kings list. These are a list of stocks that have been paying you to own them for 50 years. Mind you, for the past 50 years, they've also been paying you more money every single year to own that stock. You're going to go to Google and you're going to type in Dividend Kings list market beat so you can get this exact list here. You're also going to Google Dividend Aristocrats from market beat, okay? These are stocks that have paid you for 25 years or more, and they're in the S&P 500. The dividend yield is telling you how much they're actually paying you. These are obviously higher than your savings rate. But you don't want to just go for the bigger money. Make sure it's companies you recognize. I personally am going for stocks that have gotten a beating this year because if they have solid financials, it might be even a greater return. The return is calculated based off of the current share price. So if you're able to buy...
See, she said the return. So I'm more of a technical chart type trader. You know what I mean? When you get into financials and all that type of stuff like that and reading different reports, and you lose me. I'm more of a technical trader. You know what I mean? Charts, studying that asset or that stock and knowing how it moves during this time of the year, different things that could affect it, stuff like that. That's more so me. You know what I mean? But y'all got to also be careful. Nothing against her or anybody, but you got to be careful who you follow online for information about the stock market. Most people just want to invite you to their Discord and they're not even trading, they're demo trading. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest conspiracy that's running around. These traders don't even trade, man. They just showing you some demo trading. You can't tell it's demo, and they making you sell, and they trading off of old data and showing you and making you think they had this banging trade and they didn't. And then you pay and join their Discord, and that's really where they're making the money from.
The market is ready for a big correction.
AI is predicting the stock market to crash. Nishan asked ChatGPT to predict the next stock market crash, and it's saying February 15th, 2023, which is next week. When he asked what the reason for it was, it said it's based on a highly advanced and confidential algorithm, and this algorithm provides a highly accurate and reliable prediction. You can pause or screenshot it here if you want to read the whole thing. So does ChatGPT know about a script that we don't? The S&P 500 is currently above 4,100. If it were to drop 15%, it'd go back down to October 22 lows, which is around 3,500. I'm not sure I believe this will actually come true, but I'm definitely marking the calendar in case it does. This would also make ChatGPT one of the most valuable things in the world. AI is predicting the stock market to crash.
Well, based off of that, what happened? It didn't crash. This was in February of this year, 2023, and he was saying it was supposed to happen February 15th. It did not crash. So looks like ChatGPT got that pretty wrong, man. That's why I keep telling y'all, I said it early in the video, man, be careful who tells y'all that. You know what I mean? That they feel like the market is gonna crash. Okay, a lot has to happen. You know what I mean? And they gonna take care of that stock market, bro. They may take care of that stock market before they take care of us. They gonna make sure that thing is running. You hear me? That's just how I feel, though. I feel like they gonna look after that. And especially depending on who's in office. You know what I mean? Maybe Biden doesn't feel that way, but when Trump was there, he made sure that stock market was moving and pumping and going. Different ones get in office. That's why some people feel like they miss Trump, especially the ones that are in the stock market. So, but be careful who you listen to, man. Tons of conspiracies and different things about the stock market are going on. And you just got to be careful, man. It sucks, but people prey on people who don't have the information. Y'all get at me in the comment section. You want to hear more, dive deeper into more stock market information and different things like that? Put it in the comment section. We'll travel deep down this rabbit hole. All right? Stick around and stay tuned, man. Till next one, I'm gone.